Welcome to the 40th Annual University Authors Reception, featuring published works from 2022 to 2023. You can view the entire bibliography at digitalcommons.pittstate.edu/FAR/57. For this Ruby anniversary, each dean at Pittsburgh State University will share brief remarks on scholarships. There are 6 individuals who are celebrating their book's publication in this last year, and we will hear from some of them throughout this video. It is important to note for both our book authors as well as other authors and creators that the publishing industry has yet to fully recover from the impacts of COVID-19. We are honoring these individuals' ability to publish and share their work with others. Their scholarship journey from idea to fruition may have been months or even multiple years. Without further ado, Library Services at Pittsburgh State University presents the 40th Annual University Authors Reception. Remarks from the 10th President of Pittsburgh State University, Dr. Dan Shipp.
Good afternoon. Glad to welcome everyone to today's event, and certainly want to congratulate all of our scholars for a very productive year. And also think about all of those that have advanced scholarship and creative activity in the past, currently, and certainly into the future. I bet we might have a few students in the room that are thinking about how they might contribute to a specific field or profession. Well, hopefully you all know that we're proud of you, and certainly our mission is about making life better through education. There's probably no better way than sharing a cheers today to all the good work that's happened over the last year. And maybe I would ask that each of us remembers those individuals in our history that were involved in creative activity or scholarship that so inspired us. I can remember I was on a run this morning, and knowing that I was going to provide some brief remarks, I thought about several of those individuals, those faculty that really led me down a path to opening my eyes to a whole field of study around social emotional competencies and leadership development. And just a chance to meet one of those individuals during my educational career was one of the best things that I can remember from my graduate work. And just the chance to not only meet and discuss and learn about so much through the eyes of somebody that I respected, but also a chance to really think about how I could contribute to a field and make life a little bit better for others. And so I hope you all feel a sense of accomplishment today. You should. Again, we're proud of you and excited for what's coming next for many of you. And just know that Pitt State is very proud, and our students are excited to learn and participate in your scholarship and creative activity. So again, congratulations and welcome to today's event.
Authors of articles published in 2023 from Alumni and Constituent Relations. Dr. Mary Carol Palmato, Dean of College of Arts and Sciences.
Thank you to the Axe Library faculty and staff for hosting today's Faculty Authors Reception. This is an important event on our campus, and we look forward to it each year. It's important to recognize our faculty who are engaged in dissemination of their research, scholarship, and creative endeavors. Our faculty in the College of Arts and Sciences regularly demonstrate their passion for seeking new knowledge and applying existing knowledge in creation of new ways of thinking and doing. Our faculty contribute to their discipline while creating opportunities for students to learn by doing. They model lifelong learning and make meaningful contributions to society. They create, perform, publish, present, and exhibit their work, bringing energy and vibrancy to our dynamic teaching learning environment. The community benefits are broad, including, among others, enhanced funding, partnerships, and improvements in people's lives. For each of you being honored today, on behalf of the College of Arts and Sciences, congratulations.
Congrats to Allison Blevins for publishing Cataloging Pain and Fiery Poppies Bruising Their Own Throats. Author comments from Dr. Jessica Jorgensen-Borkert, who published a book this year.
Hello, my name is Jessica Jorgensen-Borkert, and I am an editor for the collection titled Academic Mothers Building Online Communities, It Takes a Village, which was published by Palgrave in June of 2023. So this book is really, truly a labor of love. My co-editors and I came together because we wanted to understand how academic mothers were using online social media spaces as a form of support. And that support could be emotional, it could be academic, any kind of support. But we also wanted to explore how these groups may not be supportive. And we have a few chapters luckily on that too. So many of these chapters obviously focused on academic mothers. We used mothers in a way that wasn't just cisgendered. And we also talked about academic in a way that wasn't just tenure track. It was also people who were grad students. In fact, we have a few articles from graduate students in that collection, but also non-tenure track individuals as well. So we were inspired really to kind of see how academic mothers used online social media spaces as that source of support, because we all my co-editors and I are part of the same academic mothers community, where we were drawn together because we had children in the same year, and that's how we all met. So for celebration, I just bought a bottle of champagne, to be honest. But and of course we all had a Zoom meeting, all the co-editors and I, over that bottle of champagne. So we all had, whatever we like to drink, and we just chatted on Zoom one day because we're all spread around the United States. We're not in physical proximity. But challenges were many. So there were 5 of us who were on this book project. And at first it felt like a lot of people doing not very much. And then when we started to get the book contract and get contributors, everything started happening really fast. And I was very grateful for the amount of people we had on the project. It helped us split the work up. And having a sabbatical in fall of 2022 was really helpful because I was able to write the preface and do a lot of communication with authors when everybody else was busy with their academic semester. For words of advice that I have for people to publish, I really found it super helpful the first time I put a book together to work with other people. Granted, only one of us had done a book project before. Well, I take that back. 2 of us had. One did it as a grad student with her dissertation director. But it was nice to have people, in your corner who had done this before. But it was also nice to have people who were like noobs, just like you were, to the process. So my advice is find somebody to work with the first time. At least I found that helpful. I don't think it's going to work for everybody, but at least find somebody who's published a book before and ask them for advice, ask to look at a book proposal, ask them about the process, ask them about publishers, ask a lot of questions. That's my good advice to you. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Authors of articles and creative works published in 2023 from the College of Arts and Sciences. Author comments from Dr. Laura Lee Washburn, who published a book this year.
This is my book, The Book of Stolen Images. It's poetry, and it recently won the Nelson Book Award from the Kansas Authors Club. Well, I write poems because I'm a poet. So at some point, I need to put those poems together into a collection and figure out how they're going to work together. This one has an overarching theme, which is to use illusions and to have images that come from other literature. So, for example, a fairy tale or Moby Dick might be overlaid against a political topic or a personal topic. And if you look at the cover, maybe you can see, I know it's a little glary, there's a little baby in this piece of art by Tino Rodriguez. They want to look and they don't want to look. And I think that matches very well how some of these poems can feel kind of dark, but something we have to see and sometimes offering hope. The large struggle for me is always time. As somebody who teaches a lot and spends a lot of time with students and student projects, setting aside that time to be a writer myself is difficult. So definitely sabbaticals are helpful in that regard. And then again, ordering many poems that I've written over time into a coherent whole is challenging and interesting. And so I probably sent this book out a few times to different publishers and even gave up for a while before a friend said, you need to send that back out again. Kara Miriam Goldberg, the former poet laureate of Kansas, said, what are you doing? And then I sent it out to Meadowlark Press, and they were very interested in the manuscript, and I was glad that I had sent it out again. I think you don't need advice about how to publish, not so much. You need to know what you really want. If you want to write, the advice you need is about how to keep yourself writing. And then publishing comes later. So definitely not giving up on yourself and reaching out to publishers, but knowing also that the process matters a lot. And so, especially for creative writers, I think there's a lot of pushback, and publishing is difficult. So really focusing on what am I writing and why I'm writing. And I think I'm going to end with just answering the first question again. What's the book about? There's no one answer because the book is full of poems, but I'm going to read one, Moon Smoke. It's appropriate for the November feeling, the spooky season. In the high Southwest, beyond the cankering oak, above the third floor's roof, between chimney and branches, I watch an oblate moon fidget behind wisps of smoke from the witch's campfire. Folks are tossing dust into the coals. The smoke rises like windswept clouds. Somewhere, a woman is dancing in iron-hot shoes. She is going to escape, and the bright moon fades.
Dr. Jim Truelove, Dean of College of Education.
There are a number of disciplines within the College of Education. These disciplines include health, human performance, recreation, psychology, counseling, teaching and leadership, family consumer sciences. So students who pursue degree programs within the College of Education are really wanting to be able to serve their communities and to be professionals that make a difference in the lives of countless people. So because of the nature of the service-oriented programs of study within our college, our faculty draw on their expertise and experience to provide students within the college the resources they need to obtain the knowledge, the skills, the expertise to make a positive difference in the lives of the people in the communities where they live. So research, scholarship, creative endeavors, all of those things are very important in advancing our understanding of these disciplines. These things allow our faculty to really shape and mold students in the directions they will head so that they become the users of best practice and also leaders in their fields, and ultimately become the highest caliber of professionals in their communities. So our faculty are second to none, and their excellent work advances our understanding how to become the best teachers, the best psychologists, the best recreation specialists, the best early childhood experts, and countless other professionals. So they're invaluable contributions. Those contributions our faculty make on a regular basis to research, creative endeavors, and scholarship make a huge difference, and we're looking forward to celebrating their ongoing contributions.
Authors of articles published in 2023 from the College of Education. Randy Roberts, Dean of Library Services.
Hello, my name is Randy Roberts. I am the Dean of Library Services at Pittsburgh State University. This year of 2023 marks the 40th annual recognition of Pittsburgh State University authors by Library Services. And congratulations to the many PSU faculty and staff members who are being recognized this year. We hope you can be present with us on Thursday, November 9th for this year's reception. Why has Library Services hosted this reception for 40 years? And why is celebrating university faculty and staff who are engaged in scholarly and creative activities important? We believe research, scholarship, and creative endeavor are vital to every university's academic programs and public contributions. We also believe teaching, scholarship, and creative activities complement each other in important ways. Together, they have a direct impact on student learners. Research and creative activities are a very real part of the instructional process. As students progress through their undergraduate and graduate studies, they constantly move toward more and more independent learning. And students also learn that research and creative endeavors are necessary elements in the learning process. Students need models of ongoing scholarly activity that help them see the possibilities for their own intellectual and creative talents. And faculty who are engaged in scholarly and creative activity provide those models. Research, creative endeavor, and scholarship are also important in the professional development of individual faculty and staff members. And since professional development is a lifelong task, sustained effort is needed and expected. This effort is especially rewarding when research and creative endeavor informs teaching. And through the process of sharing the outcomes of scholarly efforts with colleagues both on and off campus, progress in developing as a scholar in a chosen discipline is validated. Scholarly publications and creative endeavors demonstrate how faculty and staff are professionally committed to improving their contributions to teaching by continually reflecting on and updating their knowledge base, and by introducing new learning experiences into the classroom. And beyond supporting the missions of the institution in classroom and curricular activities, scholarly and creative activities are impactful for region-serving institutions who are called upon to help advance social, cultural, and economic development in their regions. So these are some of the reasons why our university authors should be recognized and celebrated, and why Library Services have been proud to be part of that recognition for 40 years. Congratulations again to those who are being honored this year, and thank you for all your contributions to Pittsburgh State.
Steve Cox published John T. Wilder, Union General, Southern Industrialist. Authors of articles and creative works published in 2023 from Library Services and Strategic and Creative Communications. Dr. Paul Grimes, Dean of Kells College of Business.
Good afternoon. I am Paul Grimes, Dean of the Kells College of Business and Professor of Economics here at Pittsburgh State University. It's a great pleasure to visit with you today during the 40th Annual University Authors Reception hosted by the Axe Library. This long-standing Pitt State tradition is a wonderful way to celebrate the scholarship and creative endeavors produced each year by the Pitt State faculty. The fact that this event is carried on for so long is a testament to the commitment that the university has for encouraging and promoting our scholastic mission to produce new knowledge and creative expressions. I look forward to the University Authors Reception every fall, as it gives me the chance to learn a little bit about what my colleagues all across campus have been exploring and writing about over the past year. It's a time to celebrate their accomplishments as scholars and their contributions to the perpetual academic discussions and debates within their fields of study. I've always taken something away from these gatherings. I've been asked to say a few brief words to answer this question. What does scholarship, research, and creative activity look like for your college, and why is it important to participate in these endeavors? Well, that's a great question, and by the way it is phrased, the query implicitly assumes that scholarship looks differently across our colleges and that the research and creative activity experiences of faculty vary between the disciplines of study. That is true, but before I describe what research and publication looks like in the business school, let me provide you with my perspective on its importance. American universities, including our own, often describe their role in society as providing higher education to fulfill the tripartite mission of teaching, research, and service. Other types of institutions provide instruction and service, but it is the integration of research with instruction and service that makes universities unique. Scholarly research involves discovery, the discovery of natural phenomena, the discovery of new technologies, the discovery of new ideas and relationships, or simply the discovery of new ways of looking at ourselves and the world around us through creative expression. Without all the discoveries of the past, we wouldn't have anything to teach our students today. When you think about research that way, it becomes clear that research is essential to teaching. Conducting research and disseminating it through publication is a form of teaching others, not only now, but into the future. That is why research is so important. Business schools value research for the impact that it has on society. New knowledge is essential for long-term growth and prosperity in our modern global economy. The importance of conducting research and pushing the envelope of knowledge forward is a core principle of our accrediting body, the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business, sometimes known as AACSB. As such, scholarship is part of the business school culture. It is expected that our tenure-earning faculty members maintain a robust research agenda and that they regularly publish their scholarship for the benefit of others. Because of this, the Kels College maintains specific scholarship standards for our faculty in terms of both quantity and quality. Business research takes a wide variety of forms. It is often characterized by quantitative analysis of economic data, reflecting the decision of business firms or private households. Business research can also encompass case studies or qualitative evaluation of significant economic events affecting markets and organizations. It often relies on the collection of data through surveys. Though some marketing researchers and behavioral economists, research can also involve controlled experiments conducted in a laboratory setting. Successful research in the business disciplines does not generally require specialized facilities and large multi-year grants, but it does require specialized skills and a deep understanding of human behavior, culture, and markets. Because of Pitt State's historical strength and focus on teaching, many Kels researchers explore topics related to business education. These studies often evaluate the effectiveness of new programs and pedagogy on student learning or other important educational outcomes. Longtime attendees to the University Authors Reception will likely have noticed that Kels College authors have published many textbooks and instructional resources over the years. This form of scholarship is also highly valued in a way that extends our reach of our instruction beyond the walls of Kels and the Pitt State campus. As dean, I have always embraced the research mission of the college and have tried to lead by example by maintaining my own research agenda and reaching out to work collaboratively with my Kels colleagues. I particularly enjoy the opportunity to research and publish with junior colleagues and help them establish themselves as successful scholars. It is rewarding to watch them succeed and become published academic authors. Each year, I am proud that the Axe Library showcases the scholarly results of my colleagues' hard work. Congratulations to all those who are featured this year.
Authors of articles published in 2023 from Kells College of Business. Dr. Judy Smetana, Interim Dean, College of Technology.
Hello, and welcome to the PSU Authors Reception. We're so glad you're here. My name is Dr. Judy Smetana, Interim Dean and Associate Professor at the College of Technology. Research and scholarship are vitally important, not just at the college or university level, but in all facets of our life. Think about it. If it weren't for humankind's gift of invention and improving on those inventions through research and scholarship, we would still be driving Model Ts or using chisels and saws to build wooden structures or sending telegrams instead of texting on smartphones. Everything we do and everything we touch every day has been shaped by research and scholarship. I recently read an article about the plastics industry. Plastics are such a huge part of our life because they can be found in so many products we use daily. Today, the plastics industry is working hard on recyclable and biodegradable plastics, which will be very useful as we move into the future. Our carbon footprint today, because of research and development in the plastics industry, is exactly the same as it was in the 1970s. Yet we have over 1 million more products today than we did back then. Research and scholarship make a difference. They make a difference because they build on a foundation that has been handed down to us from generation to generation. They make a difference because they continue to make improvements that positively impact human life and our environment. They make a difference because they help industry and our communities create a sustainable future for generations yet to come. At the College of Technology, we work at putting theories into practice by applying what we learn. Then we work to create new processes, new products, and new applications. None of that would be possible without research and scholarship. Today, we celebrate our faculty who dedicate their time, energy, and lives to improving our life through research and scholarship. Thank you to all, and congratulations to those who are being honored today. You make life better through education with your research and your scholarship.
Author comments from Dr. Tim Dell, who published a book this year.
Hello, I'm Tim Dell. I teach at Pittsburgh State University in automotive and diesel and heavy equipment. This is the second edition of Heavy Equipment Powertrains and Systems. It is published by Goodhart Willcox. Being the second edition, you could say, well, why did you write the first edition? Well, I had previously written a textbook on hydraulic systems for Goodhart Willcox, and they were looking for somebody to continue that series and write powertrains book for them to complement the hydraulic book. So that was the main reason that I've written it. And of course, in terms of the second edition, if you want to stay on top of the latest and greatest technology, then you need to continue to revise the material. So, staying on top of the latest and greatest technology is very challenging. So you're constantly communicating with folks from all over. So, all over the US, obviously, sometimes outside of the US, trying to stay on top of the latest and greatest technology. So heavy equipment powertrains encompasses a very broad spectrum. It's not just ag systems, it's not just construction equipment systems. It actually, touches on mining. It also talks uh, about just numerous different off-highway systems. And so if you want to try to provide a foundation for all the different intricacies of powertrains, and it requires a lot of investigation in that process. So, words of advice regarding uh, individuals who might be looking to publish. Well, I guess first I'd say one of the biggest challenges is first being able to envision and seeing the actual book in its entirety. So, for instance, you'd think an architect, if you asked that person to go out and build a house and you just said, hey, go out and building a house, that's a challenge if they have not already kind of envisioned the blueprints of it. So that means if you have an excellent outline that is going to change as you continue the writing process, that's a good place to start. And so, I'm also working on other books at the moment as well. And so, as I'm working on those, I'm constantly, what I'd say, turning over rocks, looking underneath different locations, trying to investigate everything that I could possibly find out there. So I often say one challenge is just not knowing what you don't know. And so in that process, it takes some good kind of private investigating type skills to dig deep into a lot of areas and ask the right questions. And if you can ask the right questions, then that can at least point you in the right direction of your investigation of research in that case. So, and then ultimately, there has to be a need. So, I mean, you can write a book, but if there's not a need, then there's a chance then it's just there won't be necessarily a big audience for it. And so, if, if you're investigating how to write a book, you also might first ask yourself, well, is there even a need for that subject matter? So.
Authors of articles published in 2023 from the College of Technology. Author comments from Dr. Mark Johnson, who published a book this year.
The titles that I presented for this author's reception are industry-specific books that I have submitted to the motion picture industry as well as to the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades out of Baltimore, Maryland. About 10 years ago, I became involved with consulting with the apprenticeship industry, folks that prepare people to do work in all lots of different categories, including making major motion pictures and Broadway plays in New York City, as well as across the country. And also with the painters and allied trades, from bridge painters to glazers that install glass in sky-rise buildings, just to name a few things. And the thing is that as we've been preparing the workforce, there's been some gaps in that training. Not everybody retains the material, not everybody is able to use all of the material. And we've only had about a 70% perfection rate as far as making sure the workers get the work. And so I've come up in my research and designed some strategies that have helped these apprenticeship industries prepare a workforce, helping the worker retain the information and put it to use more effectively immediately on the job. And they've seen great increase in the success of their programs all over the United States and Canada in teaching people to do the work. So the books are workbooks and notebooks that are course books that they teach in the Train the Trainer module, teaching people how to teach others to do this work. The reason that I've done this and the hardships that I've had getting this done is making it trade specific. I did not want to have just another generic teaching textbook on the generics of teaching. I wanted to give apprenticeship trainers specific information on how to make sure that all of their apprentices got the information they needed to do the job they were expected to do. And so working with industry experts across the country and across the continent, I've developed a couple of different textbooks that these apprenticeship programs have used over the last 10 years to teach more than 3,000 apprenticeship trainers how to teach people to do their work. The hardest part about doing this is just sitting down and doing it. The faculty at Pittsburg State are very smart, very intelligent, very knowledgeable people. The other thing is that we are all very busy. We're doing a lot and seem to be doing more and more every year of more that's required of us. But it just comes down to having a passion for what you teach and being able to share that passion with people across your field and across the industries that we represent. So my words of encouragement to any faculty that are considering doing a text, just get it done. Or as I tell some of my students, suck it up, buttercup. Do it, because you're not going to have any more time. Things aren't going to get any less busy. You just have to wield out some time and get it done. And be sure to call on some colleagues to give you some ideas, thoughts of inspiration, things to add to your work. Because I only know what I know until I learn something different. And by working with folks in my field and understanding their perspectives, I've learned a lot in this entire process. Thank you, Pittsburg State, and thank you, Axe Library, for hosting this author's reception. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Remarks from Dr. Sean Nacarado, Vice President of Economic Development and Community Engagement at Pittsburg State University.
Esteemed colleagues, honored guests, and friends. Hello, my name is Sean Nacarado, and I have the privilege of serving PSU as our first Vice President for our newly created Division of Economic Development and Community Engagement. A significant charge, focus, and mission of this new division is to support and advance research and creative endeavor toward the goal of building a robust translational research enterprise committed to expansion and application of knowledge to make life better for others, to help solve the most entrenched challenges and problems we face in our community, our region, our state, and our nation. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be with you, albeit virtually, as we celebrate the brilliant minds and purpose-driven work that contribute to the success and vibrancy of our university. We gather to celebrate not only the remarkable achievements of our dedicated faculty and staff, but also to reflect upon the vital role that research, knowledge expansion, scholarship, creative endeavor, and publication play in advancing the very heart of our institution's clear and noble purpose, to make life better for others through education. This mission is our guiding star. It infuses every facet of our work, be it in the classroom, the laboratory, or the community. Through our collective dedication to scholarship, research, and publication, we take tangible steps toward making this mission a reality. Today, we highlight the accomplishments of those among us who have taken the arduous journey of discovery, who have labored in the pursuit of knowledge, and who have dared to publish their findings. These brilliant and courageous individuals have focused on advancing the mission of PSU, but they also embody the fundamental building blocks of the university: teaching, service, and research. The work of those individuals who we rightfully celebrate today lives at the intersection of the Venn diagram of these ideals. With each article, each book, each research project, they formed a testament to unwavering commitment of our faculty and staff to further the intellectual growth of our students and to solve the challenges and problems of our community and the world beyond. In doing so, we also align ourselves with the recently completed strategic plan of our university, a roadmap that will propel us toward a brighter future. The great work we celebrate today contributes in some way to supporting and advancing, I would argue, each of the goals in that strategic plan, but I want to quickly highlight just a few. First, Goal 5, which is our explicit focus on scholarship, research, and creative activity, which encourages us to develop a scholarship, research, and creative activity portfolio with strategic intent. The work of those we celebrate today is a powerful demonstration of this intent, ensuring that our contributions to academia and society are both meaningful and impactful. Second, in Goal 6, we underscore our commitment to economic development as we seek to drive regional economic prosperity and strengthen statewide competitiveness through education, research, community engagement programs, and initiatives. The research and scholarship we acknowledge tonight are crucial engines that drive innovation and creativity, which enrich our region and empower our state to thrive. And let us not forget Goal 7, where we emphasize community engagement and partnership, where we actively partner with other organizations, alumni, and donors to advance shared educational, athletic, artistic, cultural, economic, environmental, and social priorities. The research and scholarly endeavors of our dedicated faculty and staff are the cornerstones of such partnership. They enrich our community and they expand our influence well beyond the boundaries of this campus. But these all work toward what I believe are two of the goals that are most important, and those are two student-focused goals, Goals 1 and 2, a valuable education experience and an institution focused on student achievement. As we celebrate the accomplishments of our esteemed authors, let us remember that their work is not a solitary endeavor. It is the product of countless hours, the support of colleagues, mentors, students, friends, family, and the collective spirit of a university united in its mission. It is a reflection of the tireless commitment to the pursuit of knowledge and the passion to share it with the world. In conclusion, today, this celebration itself is a testimony to enduring importance of research, scholarship, and publication in the life and history of Pittsburg State University. As we celebrate the 40th annual authors reception, we look back and we see a tapestry of intellectual growth, community engagement, and innovation that propels us ever forward. We commit ourselves and we recommit ourselves each day to that on whose shoulders we stand, those who came before us, to our mission, our strategic goals, and our collective vision to make life better for others through education. Thank you for your unwavering dedication to the pursuit of knowledge and the critical role you play in advancing the mission of PSU, in furthering our strategic goals, and ultimately in improving the lives of others. Congratulations to all of our authors and researchers. May your work continue to illuminate the path toward a brighter future.
Congrats to all PSU authors and creators who published in 2022 and 2023. A special thank you to these authors who shared their publications with Library Service. An additional thank you for everyone who recorded their remarks for this video. Thank you again for joining Library Services as we celebrated our 40 years of university authors here virtually. Hopefully we see you or saw you at our reception on Thursday, November 9th at 3 p.m. on the first floor of Axe Library. Congrats again to everyone.